I was going to wave, but
No, I just saw it. I just
You
noticed.
fool.
Sorry.
say that again, please.
What was it?
The voice.
How do you maintain the quality of the voice, which is something that, let's be honest, a lot of people struggle with, but you never have.
I am thankful and grateful that I've been given this gift. I don't look at it as my voice. I look at it as being a gift from above. It's something that's been given to me freely, and therefore I take it out of its beautiful little case, attach it to myself, and then I am able to and Doug knows I take care of myself. I live very healthily. We do a tremendous amount of warm-ups each night. The department of the vocal cords is very important to me. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I haven't had any alcohol in 3 decades.
This helps, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, and I really do take care of the vocal cords, and to be in a happy environment and to have this lifetime or lifetimes of stories to announce when I'm writing lyrics and to sing them with my open heart. It's important.
You're about to celebrate 40 odd years in the business since live 82, 80, 83 time.
Yeah.
Glenn is looking at 50 years since the Deep Purple job came up when Roger Glover left in 73. Between the two of you, it's almost a century worth of experience.
Yeah, hopefully we learned a few things.
Look, when I was a child, I would talk to my dad about Frank Sinatra. He was a big Frank Sinatra fan, and about how Frank was in his 50s back then. And I said to myself, this is such old, and here we are now, I'm 71 and Doug's, going to be whatever next year. So we're grateful that we are able to maintain a level of commitment to making music when others have not been so lucky or fortunate. As you know, my history, that's a long time ago, and a lot of my friends are not with us any longer, either disappeared or dead or sick. And how grateful am I to still be talking to you, still be making music, and have a great life. I'm so blessed.
That's really true. If you would have told the kid who picked up the guitar at 11 that I'd be here right now in my late 50s, I would have thought wow, shouldn't I be retired by now or something? But I love my job, I'm going to keep doing it as long as I'm breathing.
You always said, don't you, that the most important thing is you remember that it's all about basically having fun playing the guitar.
Yeah,
there is an objective and there are challenges, but that is ultimately what led you to pick it up in the first place.
You always have to find a way to keep it fresh for yourself, because you can get caught up to where if it becomes an issue of it's work that you have to do, then maybe it wouldn't be as fun. But when you pick up the guitar and you figure out something new that you've never done, doesn't matter how old you are, it gives you a little bit of an adrenaline buzz, and it brings you back.
And I know that what you're doing at the moment is always the most important thing that you've done. But when you look back, for example, from Finders Keepers, right the way up to where we are now, what is it that...
56 years of work here now.
So what would you, if you woke up one morning, the sun's shining, you're sitting there thinking how blessed your life's been, what are the standout memories? I know there can't be one, but there must be one that sort of that appears more often than the others.
All have led to each other. From the very beginning at school, when I was in short pants, in my band the Hookalees when I was 14, that's led all the way through Finders Keepers to Trapeze to Deep Purple to Black Country Communion to California Breed and now the Dead Daisies. It's all been a long chain of stories, lessons, lessons learned each and every year, illnesses, celebration, everything. Even the bad has been a lesson to achieve better, as we travel through our lifetimes.
And what about you when you look back at those 40 years and it would take simply too long to read out the bands that you guys have worked with, but everybody that has been part of the rock and roll, the fabric of this music you've been involved with. What special memory?
I mean, the opportunity to work with people like Glenn and Ronnie, David. I've been blessed, to work with great singers that all very unique and the best at their forte, But he was talking about, what was your first band you said?
Finders Keepers.
No, the very, very, very first band when you were 14.
Oh, the Hooker Lees.
So
John Lee Hooker. It was the Hooker Lees.
My first band was called Purple Haze.
Oh, really?
And we were jamming. Our first song we jammed was a Deep Purple song. But because Purple Haze was on the radio and that was going on, and then we used to spend hours jamming on Smoke on the Water, hours and hours. But through the years, I'm still trying to figure it all out. I'm enjoying every moment of it. I'm blessed to be able to have a family and travel and friends with me, play music. It's very lucky.
And lastly, then, the future, the immediate future. What are the plans? I mean, because you've made a bit of a rod for your own back, haven't you? Because you produced 2 fabulous albums, and people are sitting there thinking, we want some more now. So, what are the plans for the immediate future?
Dinner starts in about 2 hours. Supper.
I think what's coming up realistically is a wonderful Christmas holiday with our family, and there'll be a period of time next year where there'll be a little bit of a break and figure out what we're going to do. But there'll be an announcement at some point. But we are at the moment going to have a lovely Christmas. I'm going to Qatar tomorrow.
Really? What, for the World Cup?
I'm gonna. I was hoping to see England, but my wife is flying there today, and I'll be there tomorrow night. This is my 3rd World Cup.
Really? So you've been following the game. So what are your thoughts on Gareth Southgate then? Should he stay or should he go?
I cannot be on the fence, but I have my own opinions. I don't upset anybody in the UK. I'm a soccer fanatic. I'm a big Wolves fan, as you know.
Yeah.
So for me, I am all about football, soccer, if you will. I watch it every chance I can get. But this is my 3rd World Cup, and I'll be with Alan Shearer and Gary Lineker and Gary Neville and Robbie Keane tomorrow night. So,
fabulous. Well, listen, who do you think is going to win, by the way, France or Argentina?
Hopefully Argentina. I have a connection there, I do, please.
Does soccer pass you by the way?
Not at all. I love it.
His son plays. He's a great player.
Brilliant.
I started, when I was in Whitesnake, I started going to the pub with, our tour manager was English, and he turned me on to it. Of course I knew, see the games on periodically, but I didn't really know the rules or anything. So this was like early 2000s, and now I'm addicted. I love it. I go to periodically. My wife's German, so she's at FC Cologne. Her family loves FC Cologne, and then we go to the LAFC. I've never been to a Galaxy in LA, but the LAFC is it's really fun and rowdy. You've been able to rib her a bit, and I feel about how Germany performed in the World Cup.
Yeah,
that was really
very sad.
That was
very sad.
I mean, the whole thing is those are all new guys. They didn't. You could tell they weren't gelling yet, but hopefully they will at some point.
Brilliant, fantastic, guys.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Brilliant. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing you later on this evening.
All right.